All right, with all the preparation for the NFL, I'm sure you've heard this term, not just from me, but in general, my numbers or based on my numbers. And I just want to go over exactly what that means and also show you how to calculate your numbers. Now, for the NFL, I have what I refer to as a power packet. It's just a Google Doc where I have my numbers for each week. My numbers refer to my power ratings. Power ratings are assigning a value to each team that we can use to calculate our own point spreads for each matchup, which I'll go over how to do in a second. Now, keep in mind, power ratings different from power rankings. Ranking teams 1 through 25 doesn't let you know how much better the number 1 ranked team is to the 6th ranked team. But ratings do, and when you combine two teams' ratings together, you can create your own numbers, aka spread on the game. Once you have your numbers, you then compare them to the sportsbook numbers, and the idea really is to dig a little deeper on the games that you show a significant difference between your numbers and the sportsbook's numbers. This difference is called your edge or your perceived edge. More times than not, you're simply not going to show an edge. Your numbers will be close to what the sports books have, and the reason for that is because we're all using basically the same data. The sports books don't have some secret stats they're using that nobody else has access to. Everyone knows the good ones, and those are what's used to create power ratings. What makes them unique is how you use the data, what combinations of the different metrics, and how you weigh the value for certain stats. But the numbers really become yours when you start adjusting for certain things like situation, weather, injuries, motivation, because you can create your numbers with like 1,000 of the best, most sophisticated advanced metrics, come up with a strong number, but those numbers don't know that the team you're playing just fired their coaching staff, or that it's expected to downpour in the second half. So that's where your opinion comes in and adjusting these numbers to truly make them your numbers. Uh, so really, the power ratings are like a baseline, and from there you adjust. You can make a copy of my ratings or just use my adjusted numbers too. I post a lot of other stuff in the power packet as well, not just the power ratings, but updated metrics for that week like Pythag wins, or expected wins, EPA per play numbers for offense, defense, and net rating. Some weeks I'll update like offense and defensive line rankings. Some metrics don't really change drastically week to week, like team tendency stuff, pass and run rate, or time of possession stuff. So those aren't updated weekly, but they don't really need to be. But I want to go over a couple examples of how we use power ratings to come up with a point spread. I just took a screenshot from the power packet of a random week last season. Looks like week 16, actually. The ratings are on the first column, and then the week 16 matchups are next to it. So starting with Texans Chiefs at the top. This looks like it was actually Christmas week last year. It's a Saturday game. My numbers have Houston 1.9 points better than league average. Has the Chiefs 4 points better than league average. So this one's simple. We combine the two and it gives us a raw rating of KC 2.1 points better than Houston. That'd be the number if they were playing at full strength on a neutral field. But KC's at home in Arrowhead, so we have to adjust for home field advantage. In this case, I gave KC 2 points for home field advantage. And I'm actually doing a separate video on home field advantage, so I'm not going to get too much into that right now, but be on the lookout for that one. It'll be a good one. Um, so with home field priced in, we got an adjusted number of KC -4. The sports books have KC favored by 3.5. That means we show an edge just over a half point value on KC. I think they should be favored by 4.1 points, but I can bet them at 3.5. I don't remember how KC did in this game, but I'm curious now. I'm going to look it up after. If you see a score on the screen, KC won, but if you don't see anything, KC lost or didn't cover. Let's do another one just to make sure we understand this. We'll jump to Sunday, Minnesota at Seattle. My power ratings have Minnesota 4.8 points better than league average and has Seattle slightly below a league average team at 0.3 points below league average. So in this case, I'd make Minnesota 5.1 points better than Seattle because we're just simply adding the ratings together because it's a negative and a positive rated team. But Seattle's at home, so looks like I gave them around 1 point for home field advantage, 1.1 point to be exact. And I know why I did that too, which I'll discuss more about that in that home field advantage video I do. So our adjusted number now is Minnesota -4. Sportsbooks have -3. That's a full point of value, and it's definitely worthy of a bet on Minnesota. And I'm pretty sure Minnesota won this game only because I think they won actually I know they won 10 of their last 11 games. But the question is, did they win by 3 or more? And if this stuff isn't clear, or if I, went through something too quickly, feel free to comment or DM me any questions. Sometimes when I explain things that I've been doing for years, I forget to slow down and kind of explain it more clearly because others aren't as familiar with it. But I'm happy to answer any questions. Also, if you want access to the weekly power packet, it gets posted in the Discord community that I run. The invite link is on all my social media platforms in the bio description. The Discord is free to join. However, I am considering making a premium channel in the Discord. I haven't decided yet. I'll figure that out before the season starts and before the power packet gets officially posted. Um, everyone else is selling stuff. Figure why not sell something I spend a ton of time and effort on anyway? If nobody subscribes, no big deal. But that's it for this one. Until next time, good luck with your bets.